Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm back to work on the paper bag journal. If you haven't seen the other videos for this journal, there is a playlist. Most of my journals there is a playlist for. So if you're ever stuck, like you find one video and you're like, where do I go? Or, how do I find them in all these other videos? So you can go to my channel and then playlists, and there's usually one for whichever journal I'm working on. But anyhow, this is the one I am working on at the moment, and I have done stuff without you guys, and that's because I was doing work with my Glowforge and orders and things like that, and I'm trying to get more journals done because we are going out of town. We're going on a vacation, so I want to try. There's quite a few of you on my list for journals, so I'm just going to tell you they're not all going to get done before I go on vacation, for one reason, because I can't make that many journals that fast, and also I'm going to be making videos ahead for the vacation. I'm going to try to have 3 videos per week kind of thing. And so since I'm doing that, I'm also not going to be making videos 5 days a week. Basically things are going to be all screwy until September, just because, vacation, and I have friends coming next week, and then in July as well. So yeah, it's just that time of year when, people are traveling and doing whatever. So I apologize, because I know that people like to see videos regularly, but that's just how it's got to be, because I can't do 5 videos a week, do extra videos for while we're on vacation, and have friends here. And so anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you are on my list, it's hanging right here in front of me. I'm not going to forget you. I haven't forgotten you. I will keep plugging away, and as I get them done, I will contact you. So yeah, just please be patient with me, because it is going to be a little bit for, to get them all done. Okay, so what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I just kind of showed you some things that I had made, and this one, I know I did this with you guys, but I didn't do this one with you guys. This is just one of my tags from my I think it's the Places of the Past digital download. I'll put links in the description box. And then one of my silhouettes from my Ladies and Gents. And then this is from my Bourbon Rose, sorry, drawing a blank, digital download. So, and I've used those word labels, fairly often through here. So these are ones that I did not do with you. Oh, this one we did in the 50 stack challenge, so I did do that one with you guys. This one I did not, but I think you've seen it. I can't remember what I've shown you, what I haven't. So anyways, that is what is happening with me. How are you guys doing? I hope that you're doing fantastic. I'm doing good. It's hot here, which good. I'd rather that than cold. But yeah, near the afternoon in my little craft room, it does get, that's another issue, because we have air conditioning, but it just gets too hot up here, and I can't concentrate when I get too hot, too cold, all those things. So anyways, because I'm kind of a wimp like that. So we're going to just keep trucking forward on this. I'm going to make the tag that goes in there. These are a little bit tricky. You can probably see that I'm not going to the very edge of the paper bag here, because the pocket is glued down. I mean, I could do that, but then I'd be having weird space here, or have to cover that. It gets crazy. So I've just sort of been tearing them so that they have a border of the paper bag, and I'm fine with that, because I think it looks fine. So anyway, that's how I'm doing that, if you're wondering. And then these, I just put my piece of paper on there. I mark on this paper that's going to go on top about where the notch is in the paper bag, because these paper bags already have the notches in them. And then I just tear my paper out. So that seems to be working pretty well. You have to kind of go slow and pay attention to what you're doing. So, it's not like super fast, but it doesn't take long. And then you get a nice nice little, you know, indent there. And it works good. So how are you all? I hope you're doing fantastic. I need to say hugs and blessings to Wealtha, Sherry, Beverly, and Joan. Thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube channel. Thank you for wonderfully kind comments. And yeah, I just really appreciate all of you so much. And I do apologize. I wish I could just keep doing my 5 videos a week and, you know, make extra and all that. But I don't think some people realize it's not just turn your camera on for an hour and make stuff. There's a lot of planning that goes into videos, even sometimes when I'm rummaging all over looking for something or whatever. There's still always time that goes into deciding what I'm going to do or whatever. So anyways, it's more than just the hour that I'm here. So I know that can be very confusing, or sometimes less than an hour, but you know what I mean. It just can be confusing to people because they're like, well, you're only on here for 30 minutes or 45 minutes or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but there's a ton of stuff that goes into all of it. And then I, you know, of course, have my Etsy shop, which I thank you guys so much if you visit there and purchase something from me. I can't tell you how grateful I am for that, because that's how I am able to do this for a living. So I'm super grateful and don't want you to think I'm complaining. I'm not. I just want you to know it's going to be a little crazy from now until September. So if I'm not here, that's why. Don't, you know, I'm fine. And there could be times when, you know, there's more than one day that gets skipped, but I'm really going to try not to do that. I'm going to try to at least kind of have the every other day sort of thing happening. So, yeah, that's the plan at the moment. So I want to have something for you guys. I don't want to go on vacation and there's nothing for you guys to watch at all. That would be a real bummer. But also the videos probably, I mean, we should be about done with the 50 stack challenge. I gotta look and figure out how many weeks we have left. But anyways, so that I won't start a new 50 stack challenge until I'm back. So that'll just kind of, so the videos are probably going to be a little bit random. Like they may not be totally consecutive. They may not be what you're used to seeing. I am going to try to do some, I saw it in Somerset Studio Magazine and Art Journaling Magazine and those type of videos. I might even do some, like I saw it on Pinterest. I know that's Tammy at Lou Frou-Frou's one that she does, which is awesome. I recommend checking her out. But I might do a couple of those just for some ideas for things you can make to go in your journal or whatever. But yes, we will just keep plugging forward and we will get what we get done. And that's all I can do because I am but one person. That's the other thing, you know, you think, I think some people, not everybody, of course, thinks that there's other people helping creators. And in my case, no, because I can barely afford to pay myself, basically. So, you know, the big creators, yeah, because they can do that. And my husband helps me. It's just, I'm basically it as far as videos go. And coming up with ideas for extra videos is going to be tricky. We will do it and get done what we can. So I hope that you guys will hang in there with me. I know most of you are awesome and definitely will do that. And I appreciate it tremendously. I am using Vintage Photo Distress ink. So that was just actually an oopsie on my part. I bought ink instead of what do you call it? Oxide. But I'm liking it, so I'm good with the little oopsie. This is a Tim Holtz piece I want to put on here, but I want to go around the edges. I think it's meant to go like that, but we're going to use it like that. I might even kind of just tear some off. So it looks like, you know how stuff, as it gets old, the lid's on. Yeah, so that's why I tore it. We had a lovely weekend, as you all know. I mentioned my son turned 21 because you heard the whole disaster, debacle, craziness that went on with the driver's license, which he finally did get. I think I mentioned that in a video already. He had to go to 4 different drivers' DMVs, but he did finally. He was able to get it, so hallelujah. That is figured out. And we went and had a lovely dinner, and then went and had a drink with him and his sister and grandparents, and then we came home and they went and party-hardied. They had fun. My daughter wrangled him and took care of him, so that was good. Neither one of them are partiers, but you know, it's just fun to do that when you turn 21, go out and all that jazz. So they had fun, they have good stories, danced, all that. So it was good. Good. And thank you all for your happy birthday wishes for him. I appreciate it. I'll do from the heart. Sorry I didn't get all these cut out. Again, like I said, it's been wow here. And then, you know, the next thing you know, it'll be Christmas again. So basically when I get back from our cruise, it's going to be time to start the whole Christmas thing. So, yeah. I'm going to do some Halloween, though. I do enjoy that. Not, you guys know me if you know me. I'm not into the scary, gory, or any of that. I just like more the fun aspect of it. I like the gothic thing. You know, it's a little creepy, a little scary, but horror is not my thing at all. So I just like I always enjoyed it as a kid. I think it just has good memories for me. So, and I know that's not the case for everybody, but I do enjoy it. All right, what do we want to put? I feel like that needs something that gets a little lost. It'll help when it gets inked here, I guess. And those are white. I did print them on cream cardstock, so that, you know, helped, I think. I think I'm going to move that down, move that up just a little. And then we're going to put just a little piece of lace. If I can find, I don't want that thick. I want like a thinner type of lace. I need to go get in my big bin and get the bigger pieces of lace out again and cut some. This one would probably work. That's my clock. It plays music every hour. I don't know if I want that whole. That's going to go at the top. Oh, I could use a piece of this. So yeah, that's what I got going on. Crazy life as always. Because what would you do if it wasn't like that. Well, I don't know. I guess I can't really say that, but I do have a lot of downtime with... We've just been busy since my husband retired, which, like I've mentioned before, is good because we needed to do some things, paint the house and all those kind of things. So that it just had to be done kind of thing. But yeah, glad we're done with that at least. He's already saying he's probably going to go back to work this next year. Not what he was doing, because he doesn't want to be in charge anymore, but just like 1, maybe 2 days a week, part-time, just because that's how he is. That's fine. At least it's not every day of the week with the stress that he had. That was the big problem. He was a kind of a stress mess. It was really COVID that did him in. He's a nurse, if you guys don't know. So he'll probably just go work in surgery, just, you know, a couple days a week as a nurse, not in charge. So that'll be good. I hope that stays. Sometimes the PVA glue works really well, and other times it doesn't. I actually did that opposite, huh? I was going to scoot that towards the top. Well, we could still scoot that up. Because I want to see the treble clef. That's my favorite. Hubby's back. He took stuff to the post office for me. Which helps a ton. It's amazing how much time that, takes. I mean, it's not a bad drive or anything. It's funny how that steals time out of your day, right? So it's very helpful. Oops. Okay. I'm gonna trim it down a little. It'll be pretty in there. I can't tell which way these go. Yeah, it's already getting hot in here. Oopsie. Good stuff. Oh, and the cat. He is doing quite a bit better. He still has a bit of a stuffy nose, and tomorrow is the last day of his antibiotics. So I'm a little concerned because I'm not sure that it's going to stay away. But we shall see. He's feeling good. You can tell because he's zipping around and being a screwball like always. But and enjoying the outdoors in the heat. He loves that, as I think they all do. They do like to cook themselves. don't know how they stand it, but they do. This is in my old stuff digital. Just a little bit of floral to put in there, and then it'll have that nice ledger on the back. I'm gonna tear around it and not mind if a little bit hangs over. It works better if you can let it dry entirely, which, you know, I don't normally have time to do, but if you do, that would be better. Yeah, my son ended up having to drive an hour and 15 minutes to get that, which, you know, isn't awful, I know, especially here in the United States, but it's just so aggravating because there's like 3 right in our area, 3 DMVs. So what I'm doing over here is my little circular thing, but if some people haven't seen it, it just is kind of cool because it rolls that old paper, which I like a lot, and inks at the same time. Yesterday for Father's Day, we went and hung out along the river. It was wonderful. Had lunch with the kids. I like that effect. And some of them might end up eventually getting knocked off of there, but I just like the look of that. It reminds me of old, like, really used paper. This is old paper back here, but okay. That is that. I'm going to add a little gesso just so that everybody can see in case they didn't see. Because I did a lot by myself, so I want you to get the full effect. I know you've seen me do it, most of you, but just in case. We like to keep everybody in the loop. Actually, you know what I should do first is cover this pocket. That way I can do it too. Because when you add that gesso on there, I've shown you guys, but it gets real gritty kind of, and it looks cool when you run the ink over the top of it. I think it makes it have sort of a plastered look. I need that. Why am I putting it away? This little scrappity doodah will work. Go this way. And we need our pencil, our handy dandy pencil. So we're going to tear about here and about there. You do have to do a bit of measuring with these, unless you're going to just collage all over it, which you could do. And that would make for less measuring. That still didn't quite get right, but that's okay. We'll fix it up. I'm really enjoying this bag. I'm really enjoying these smaller journals, actually, without necessarily pages. You know, like I just am making stuff to add into them, like the altered books. I mean, they have pages, but I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. But I'm just really enjoying these. So I think I'll be doing that for a while. Just get tired of doing the same thing all the time. And I think some of these are a little bit more easy for people to grasp as far as if you're just starting out. It doesn't seem quite as daunting to like use some paper bags to make a journal out of, I feel like. So if you mess it up, it doesn't matter. Like, oh well, that stunk. Move on. Whereas if you do a whole book and mess it up, it is a little more. I don't know if I want to use a piece of this on here. Butter boxes. That's interesting. Who doesn't love butter? No, I'm sure there are people that don't, but I think it's pretty tasty. I'm liking, I keep doing this thing in the middle. I don't know. I like it. Do we want a little lace on there? Under there. Kind of like to cut the top edge of this off for some reason, or tear it off. Whatever the case may be. It's just got both ends kind of have, it's not a lot of bulk, it's pretty darn flat, but a little bulkier than the rest, so I don't need two ends of that. Yeah, I think that will work good. I've been reading one of my very old, like from the 90s, historic fiction books, because I can't find historic fiction that I like anymore. That's all I used to read, but I don't know, people aren't writing it anymore, I guess, because I'm not finding any that I like. I am not a huge fan of World War II stuff, and I think a lot of it is because it's the whole internment camps and all that, which trust me, I'm not, that is awful, and I think that's why I can't read it. So those I don't love, but I do love, I think I like the West, Old West sort of thing, and that's probably just because that's where I grew up. But anyway, that's what I've been reading lately when I have a few moments to myself. I don't know what else I want to put on there. So if anybody knows of any good, I like, you know, Native American stories, that kind of stuff. Okay, I think that's good to go in there. I think it's just, yeah, she kind of peeks out there. That's kind of cool. And then we're going to do some gesso on there, and then I will let you guys go. Oy. Doesn't matter how much water I add to this, it just keeps glopping up. I don't know what. It's kind of cool though, the texture that it's, I don't know what happened to it, but it was wrong, whatever it was. But it's almost like a really fine cottage cheese. So it kind of makes a cool texture on stuff. I mean, I know that's ick, but that's sort of the vibe it's given me. I've never had that happen before to gesso. I don't think I will be buying that kind again, but... And I'm not even sure what the reasoning was, because it's not that old. It just went phooey. Phooey Louie. Okay, and I'll let that dry. Oh, I was trying to think, how did I do that? Durr. That's how I messed up my Julia Roulette yesterday. Oh, I'm struggling to say her name lately. I think she's coming for me. Okay, that will dry. I'm probably not going to be able to show you what they look like after they're, because I got to dry, inked. But, I mean, you've seen the other ones, so you get the idea. But this is how I get that sort of plastery effect, for lack of a better term. I don't know. It's just what it reminds me of, is old plaster, kind of. But it works really well with this messed up gesso. And I don't know what to tell you, because your gesso is probably not like mine. I really don't know what happened or what I did to it. I did something. It was wrong. Whatever it was. It's very grainy. That's what I was saying. And I know that is a gesso attribute. That's what helps the paint stick to it. So I get the concept. It's just, this wasn't like that when I bought it. Okay. And then we'll do our pocket. You can see I already did the top of this piece, so I guess that does give you a good idea of what it ends up looking like. More up here. Okay, so these are gonna dry. So this, so just so you can see, these marks on here, that's the gesso. And I know they kind of turned a tiny bit pink, and that's because of the printer. These are printed out because they're digital downloads, so you get that kind of, it just does that. So if you're using scrapbook paper, you're just going to get whatever ink color you end up using. So, I mean, there's vintage photo on there too, but it just gets a little bit pink when you use digitals. Or a lot pink if the digital is dark enough. But yeah, it's worked pretty good to do it like that. So we'll wait for that to dry and this to dry, and then that ink will grab onto those grainy bits. And we got this one too. I guess I can let it dry and come back and show you. Maybe I'll do that. So if you want to see what it looks like, come back in a minute, or stay there. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I have these all ready to go. So, I mean, I didn't do a whole lot except ink it after it was dry. And then this one I did stitch around. So it's all ready to go. And then, yeah, this. Ooh, did you just see that? Now I gotta fix that. That's called not gluing my corners. That happens. Okay, so that is what I have for you today. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.